Hello and good evening. Thanks to everyone for joining us this evening for our Q&A for College Credit Plus. There are two administrators on the call this evening. Me, Julie Blevins. I am one of the administrators at Emerald Campus. I am the district coordinator for College Credit Plus, as well as the district coordinator for IB. And then also on the call today is Lori Misi. Lori, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay, I can't see. Oh, there you are.
Yep.
You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. So as Julie said, I'm Lori Misi. I'm one of the other administrators at Emerald Campus. And I also work with College Credit Plus, and I work more with our in-house aspects of the CCP program. So working with students, parents, counselors, those pieces, and also our teachers and Columbus State teachers who come in for the embedded courses at Emerald Campus. In addition to College Credit Plus, I also work with the academies. So that is one of the other programs that I help support.
All right, so this evening we have sent out an invite to anyone that is tied to College Credit Plus. So this could be students that are taking courses embedded in Emerald Campus, which could be our Early College Academy, Arabic, American Sign Language, and then also some math classes, which would be college algebra, trig, calc 1, calc 2. If students are taking virtual psychology or comp 1, that's also through Emerald Campus. You were invited on the call. And then also we have students that are taking classes directly through Columbus State, Ohio State, or other participating institutions. So this evening, we wanted to start with just a little bit of information and then open it up for questions. And just to let you know, if you didn't see on the screen, we are recording. So you are welcome to show your face on the camera or not. That is up to you, but we are recording, and then we will place it on the current students tab on the Emerald Campus website. Also, when we get to questions, you can type them in the chat box and Lori and I will monitor that. You're also welcome to unmute and ask your question as well. Either format works for us. And my computer screen is dimming. Okay. So I want to just share my screen here just quickly and show a few things. First, I want to actually show the Emerald Campus bell schedule. Lori, is that what you see up there? Okay, so this is the regular bell schedule. So many of your students are getting acclimated to kind of traveling between the home high school and Emerald Campus. Or they're going to need to pretty soon, and that will be starting tomorrow. If they're taking courses at Emerald Campus, they will have an orientation tomorrow. So this is the bell schedule that we like to use because it clearly illustrates on the left side which one are the high school periods and which one on the right side are the Emerald Campus periods. So when students, parents, when you're looking at the schedule and you see 0.2, 1.1, 1.2, you can kind of see how it breaks down. Also for courses that are embedded in Emerald Campus, students would have received a couple emails. One yesterday kind of clarifying what time, if they have one of those in-person courses at Emerald Campus, what time it actually meets. So if students haven't checked their email, they should check that as well. There are a few other pieces of information I want to show here. So on the Emerald Campus website, there's some information here. If students go to, and parents go to the current students, there is information on here about announcements, more information about College Credit Plus. So this takes you to the same link as up here, but if students are wondering what's next or next semester, if they're not continuing in a course, what options, there's more information under the tab here, and again, can be clicked up here under College Credit Plus. The bell schedules that we just showed are here. The shuttle schedule and understanding if your student hasn't already practiced getting on the shuttle and getting over to Emerald campus and back, there's a shuttle schedule that will help them. Same here, navigating the building. We do have printouts in the building, but there's a building map. Parking, if students are at Emerald campus, where they can park and how they can park and how they can obtain a pass. And we do not give passes to students at Emerald campus unless they are full day students. And that's most of the time our IB diploma students. But if a student is full day, they can get a pass through us. If not, the pass has to be purchased through the homeschool following all the homeschool procedures. And then they bring the purchase pass into us after the permission form is completed here. And then we will give them a sticker to say that they can park in it. And pretty much what you're saying in that permission form is that students, once they're at their home schools, can leave and drive throughout Dublin over to our building and then park in the lot. So virtual tour, calendar, and then right down here, College Credit Plus FAQs. This is available also under the College Credit Plus page, but if there's questions that keep coming up that you're unsure of, this would be a good place to check. All right, one more spot here before we start to open it up for questions. So for courses that are embedded in Emerald campus, there's an orientation tomorrow. So students are expected to attend in person. If they're the virtual courses that are tied to Emerald campus, there will be a Google Meet for them from 2:45 to 3:15 after school where similar information will be covered. The dates, and Lori, you're gonna have to help me here on this because I'm not sure about Ohio State. When does Ohio State classes start?
Ohio State classes start on the 25th. Well,
Okay.
next week. So 24th officially, just depending on the Tuesday, Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday. So students would just need to refer to their schedule. But Ohio State does start next week.
Okay, so when we get to the 10-day window, we'll want to clarify that a little bit. So this is for anyone taking classes through Columbus State, and this is more focused on Emerald campus, but these dates do apply. So for Emerald campus, we do in-person orientation. So students, again, have got information, and our math classes at Emerald campus start officially on Monday after the orientation on Friday. And then for ASL, Arabic, English, psychology, and sociology, those all start in person on the 30th after they complete the orientation. Again, that's tomorrow. So all students that are CCP are required, and then next Friday. The semester for Columbus State, whether on our campus or directly through Columbus State, is August 30th through December 17th. And then after that 17th date, students are not expected for Columbus State to return to in-person at Emerald campus until January 18th. So there'll be some days after that students are not expected to report to Emerald campus. And then in January, prior to the official start date. At Emerald campus, we follow the Dublin City Schools schedule. And so if we have a day off, students have a day off. If students take classes directly through Columbus State, or they take them directly through Ohio State or Ashland or Ohio Christian or Cedarville, all these other opportunities that students are enrolled in, they do follow the college calendar. So that's important to note. One other thing before we open it up for questions is, where's that other slide at with dates? This one here. So there's the important dates for each college that a student participates in. It's 10 calendar days of when the start of the semester is. So that's why I was asking that question about Ohio State. When does it start? So Columbus State officially starts on the 30th. So on the 10th, students, they can drop a course anytime between August 30th and September 10th. Anything dropped after that, there is a penalty associated with that drop. So we just want to briefly talk about that. And then for Columbus State, September 14th through September 20th, students can drop then. They would get a financial penalty, and there would not be a withdrawal on their transcript. Then from September 21st through the November 4th, there would be a penalty and students get a W on the transcript. And then after November 5th, students can no longer drop the course. So we will send this out in communication, but we just want everyone to know that these dates are out there. They're not set by us. They're set by Columbus State, and it's to comply with Ohio Revised Code. So if students are dropping courses when there's a financial penalty, it factors out to 83.28. And again, it would be nice if it was around 80 or something like that, but the state sets that number for us, and that's multiplied by how many of our credit hours. So it would be paid back to us so that we can pay Columbus State for that course. And then, so for 5-hour courses, you would multiply that by 5. For 3-hour courses, you'd multiply that by 3. And that's only courses at Emerald campus. Anything that's off-site or through a college, in other words, would be $166.25 per credit hour. So that's not fun news there, but we wanted everyone to just kind of know about those dates and fees that are associated with some of the courses. These are actually college courses. So students ask us that these are practice, are they real? They're real college courses. Students will get real credit. They'll get real transcripts that they have to get from the college, and any public university in Ohio is required to accept this credit. When they go outside of that public institution or outside of the state, then that's when you take a transcript, just as if you were transferring colleges to see what the college will take that for. It's an awesome opportunity. I know myself, my son is participating in the program this year, and I'm excited about the opportunity for him to get those credits and get a head start on his education as well. So I see the benefits as well. All right, so now we want to open it up to questions, and I can see there's a couple things in the chat here. And then if you have any other questions, throw them in the chat, or again, you can unmute and ask. So they have a question about, if it's not meeting yet, do you have to report to school? So we're not taking attendance during the times when they're not required to be at school, so they can arrive come late to school, leave early. We tell students if they're leaving our campus and they don't have a class, that we would expect that they would have had that conversation with their parents, because we do not manage them in between courses when their Columbus State adjuncts are not there. The common question this week has been, well, what do I do now that I'm here? Because I take the shuttle. And we have several unique common spaces at Emerald campus where students can hang out, much like a community college. There's a cafe, there's a union with a ping pong table. There's a movement room where students could work out with a signed waiver. So there's lots of possibilities, a library, study space for anyone to go to.
Julie, there's a question about if classes are taught by college professors or EC teachers, and it's both is the answer. And so it really is going to depend on the class and the section number. We have 2 comp teachers who are Dublin teachers, they're EC teachers. They'll be teaching sections of the comp, so the English 1100. And then we also have a math teacher, Mr. Stroh, who will teach the college algebra, trig, and the Calc 1 and Calc 2 courses. Psych and Socia, Emerald campus, the ASL, Arabic, those are all taught by college professors or Columbus State adjunct faculty. And of course, any course offered on campus at Columbus State, Ohio State, et cetera, would be the respective universities' faculty. Great.
There was a question about parking. I just looked on OSU real quick, and that was a copy paste there. So I would follow the regular procedures through OSU to buy the pass. And then it tells you there where those students can actually park.
Yes, so if you're in an online psych, online comp that's offered through Emerald campus, please come to the online virtual orientation tomorrow at 2:45. There's a meeting or a reminder email that went out this afternoon. So that's again 2:45, 3:15, Google Meet. And if you can attend that, that is pretty important. It'll be the orientation material that we'll be covering in person with the other students tomorrow.
All right, what other questions do we have?
The online meeting tomorrow is for all of the online Emerald Campus courses, but really any student taking online would have, if you got the email, you're welcome to attend. If you didn't get the email and you'd like to attend, reach out and we can certainly give you that link as well. But it is specifically for the embedded Emerald Campus Psych and Comp courses.
Lori, there's a question on here that's to me, and I don't know if you know this answer, but it's for students taking classes at OSU, do they just show up to class? Do they need to get an ID? Is there an orientation hosted by OSU? So I know that there was an online orientation that the students had to do. Do you know anything about that?
I don't know any of the other answers, but if they either Michelle Brown at OSU or Kelly Reveling Cobb, they're the OSU advisors for CCP students. If whoever reached out can email you or me, and we can put them in contact with Michelle or Kelly, and they'd be able to answer those questions. I feel like they do need to get an ID, but I don't know for certain, and I don't know the answer to the other question.
I know that the communication to my son who's going through Ohio State has been to his OSU email. So if your student hasn't checked their OSU email, I would have them definitely do that to make sure that they've completed and see if there's any other information. And there should probably be emails in there as well for the academy email or those two names that she listed.
Okay, and yeah, the orientations tomorrow, those are for the in-person students. So they are throughout the day, and students would have received an email with their times because the times correlate to their schedule. So they're coming at a specific time. So have your student or students check that, but those are in person tomorrow and again next Friday. It would have been to the Dublin email, sent to the Dublin student email.
So for OSU, which email? The email was to CSC.
Oh, so I think someone was asking the email about orientation.
Okay.
Any email communication that comes from Dr. Blevins or myself or anyone else from Emerald Campus will go to a student's Dublin email account. If it's coming from a CC faculty member or an advisor, it'll go to the student's Columbus State account. So it's kind of, probably a little bit of management, but they will really want to be checking both. But if for some reason they were to pick one, the Columbus State one is definitely, that's where professors, instructors are going to email them. That one they do need to become pretty familiar with using and get in the habit of using it and checking it frequently.
And there is, I'm sure, a way in each of those email systems. We do show the Columbus State students how to forward email to their Dublin email. So we'll send out that tutorial link to them, which we highly recommend. So at least they can kind of try to stay up on it that way. I'm putting the link down here to Emerald Campus, the current students tab, and that's where you'll find the parking information. So the way that works is if Kaufman issued students a parking pass, then they can also drive at Emerald Campus. However, they need to complete the permission form. And then they bring their hang tag into the receptionist, and then she will give them a sticker to put on the back that says that they are able to park at Emerald campus. So the early college classes are, so we have the Early College Academy, and those are all in-person classes. We do have a couple offerings through Emerald campus for online composition and online psychology. And those are just two separate add-ons that are virtual offerings for students. And we have only a few students that are in that. The majority, 500 of our students, are in the Early College Academy, which means they'll be taking a comp class 2 days a week. And then the other 2 days, they'll be taking either psychology or sociology. And then their Friday class is a seminar. So when they look at their schedule, they will see multiple things. They will see each of those, a college and career readiness seminar, office hours, where on Friday they'll be able to meet with an English teacher. That will tell them that they're in the Early College Academy. And that is all in person. So students would have got those times where they're expected to be in person at Emerald campus with a specific email saying what section they're in, what time they're supposed to come in person to orientation, and then a breakdown of what the actual times are for Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Again, the only courses that are virtual are a psychology course and a composition course, which is not really part of that Early College Academy. And Laura, you sent out an email to them today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it came from EC admin office. Yeah. Yeah, so in the orientations tomorrow, so it's part of what Dr. Blevin, those slides in the beginning. So it's just kind of reiterating the dates. We're going to start some of the Blackboard information. They're only about 25 minutes, so it's going to be some great information packed into a small amount of time, but fortunately we have next Friday as well. So you will be given instructions on Blackboard, and then the task will kind of be to see how you navigate that, go home, try it for the next week, and then come back Friday, or in the meantime, if you have questions, but you will be getting those instructions and kind of an overview.
All right, these are great questions. What else can we answer? And again, you're typing them in, but if you want to unmute and ask, you're welcome to do that as well.
If your son wants to reach out to me, or if you can send me his name, I can double check our list to make sure he's added into the list, and so he gets the email, or just kind of see why he may not have received that account.
Rick, I went ahead and put in the general Emerald campus. If you want to send your student's name there, I can look it up. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to see. They were actually sent from our secretary who sent it to and pulled those from each of the course list. And the orientation is only for embedded courses at Emerald campus. Other questions for us?
I think one of the important things as we're thinking of more questions is to really pay attention to the dates. They come significantly faster than high school semester dates and those pieces as far as when you can drop. So really, really important to pay attention, ask questions, get the help that you need, reaching out to not only your instructors, but also our advisor. So Jordan Fobb, who she will be introduced to students on one of the Fridays. I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but definitely by next Friday. She's a great resource. And so if you're having trouble or finding yourself like, with time management concerns or falling behind, make sure you're reaching out, advocating for yourself, because most of the instructors, they're all very helpful. They're going to want to work with you. We're very lucky to have even the Columbus State individuals have worked with high schoolers before. And so just very kind and caring people who want students to be successful. And so please don't be afraid to, connect with them, ask for help, email, they'll have meeting times. So do that. And if for some reason it's still not working, just please pay attention to those dates. So you don't get to a spot where, it's kind of too late to either drop without penalty or you're not able to drop at all. So that would be one thing. I know last year the dates kind of sneak up. So that's important. So I don't know if I'll answer this. I think I understand what you're asking. So for seniors who are going on to Ohio College next year, all these courses become transcripted credits. So they'll just go to that college. So I don't know converting, it just gets sent from your high school counselor. So it'll be the college course will be on your high school transcript, and that's what will get sent to the college. I don't
So
if that
to actually get it to transfer, they'll have to, for example, Columbus State, they'll have to request an official transcript be sent from Columbus State to Ohio State or to OU or wherever it is, but it'll also be listed on their high school transcript as well. All right, other questions for us? All right, we're going to go ahead and end here pretty soon. If anyone wants to hop off, you're more than welcome. If anybody else needs to stay on and ask questions, then we will hang here.
If you're not happy with your grades, they'll be on your high school transcript. So that will be there. I don't know if they can request them off. Like you don't have to request your college transcript, but I don't know that you can get them removed from your high school transcript. Is that correct?
You can't have them removed, but if you don't like the grades that on the college transcript, then you just don't have to request it. So if you're going to OU and it's on the Columbus State transcript, then you just don't request the Columbus State transcript to be sent over. But it is required by law to remain on the high school transcript. And that was some of those dates we were going over too, that W that's on there has to remain on there as well. That's part of that state law. The only exception would be if students retake the course You have to pay for it. And you could have that grade also on the high school transcript. So if a student's a junior and they wanted to take it next summer, next year, something like that, then they're paying for that fee, then they can get that grade on there. But I still think the other grade still remains on there. That's where those drop dates and withdrawal dates are really important to understand. And we'll send those out, and then we'll also include them in the communications that we send out as well.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, the orientation tomorrow is the same regardless of whether students are in the early college, ASL, Arabic, or math. So we're just trying to combine everybody into one for the orientation. And then next Friday that will apply as well. All right, before we shut down here, I am going to put the email in here one additional time. If you have questions, go ahead, and this is the general inbox for Emerald Campus, and we can answer any questions from there or get it directed to the right place. And yes, students only need to attend one time slot, preferably their seminar if they have another college course as well, and you got multiple orientation times, but only one. All right, we're going to go ahead and conclude. The recording will be up on the current students tab on Emerald Campus, and we look forward to a wonderful year with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.